Today, I come to you. Without haste, without demands. I come because I know your weary heart, your silent tears, your prayers that sometimes seem to get lost in the emptiness of your home. I know how many times you have looked around and thought, where did we lose ourselves? It is not easy to carry the weight of longing while still living under the same roof. It is not easy to feel the distance growing between those you love. But I am here, and I want you to know. I see it all. None of your pain goes unnoticed by my eyes. I know the words that got stuck in your throat, the hugs you wanted to give, but were held back by pride or hurt. I know the nights when you covered yourself in silence, trying not to cry out loud so that no one would hear. Son, daughter, I know the story that no one else sees. I know the exhaustion of trying to keep everything together while the ties seem to unravel one by one. And that is why today I have come, to tell you that you are not alone in this battle. It does not matter how many doors have closed, how many conversations ended in arguments, how many attempts at reconciliation were rejected. I do not look at you with accusations. I do not come to point out your mistakes or demand perfection. I come to sit beside you and hold your hand. I come to warm your heart that has grown cold from trying on your own for too long. You are still precious to me. Your family is still precious to me. You may think it is too late, that the wounds are too deep, that the words spoken cannot be undone. But I tell you, where human love fails, my love begins to act. I am the one who turns farewells into reunions, walls into bridges, wounds into testimonies of healing. Do not give up yet. Do not surrender to the coldness trying to freeze your home. Today I want to show you what you may have forgotten. There is still hope. Do not look at the situation through the weary eyes of resentment. Do not listen only to the echoes of past arguments. I am doing something new, even if you cannot see it yet. I am working on hearts that seemed hardened. I am preparing reunions that you no longer dared to dream of. But before changing what is around you, I want to start by changing what is inside you. Because every true transformation begins within, in the soul, in the heart, that chooses to open itself again to love. So breathe deeply. Let my presence surround this moment. There is no need to rush anything. Just be here with me now. Let me care for your pain. Let me embrace the exhaustion you tried to hide even from yourself. Today, you do not have to fight alone for your home. Today I come to fight for you, and to stand beside you day after day until your family is restored so deeply that even you will struggle to believe what you see. I know every story that has been silenced. I know of the dreams you buried because they seemed impossible to fulfill within your family. I know the promises that once shone so brightly and now seem forgotten among responsibilities and misunderstandings. Son, daughter, I have not forgotten. I have not given up. And I have not come to bring a magical solution, but to walk with you until peace dwells again in that home I love just as much as you do. I know it is hard to trust when the wounds are still open. I know it hurts to take a step of faith when the fear of rejection weighs so heavily. But I promise you, every step you take towards reconciliation will be upheld by me. You are not trying to rebuild this house with your limited strength. I am building it with you, brick by brick, word by word, hug by hug. And even on the days when it feels like nothing has changed, I will still be working in silence, deep in the roots you cannot yet see. Son, daughter, do not condemn yourself for what has passed. What matters to me is what you are willing to do from this moment forward. What matters is this desire you carry to start again, even if you are afraid, even without guarantees. To begin again is an act of courage, and I see that courage in your heart. A courage that perhaps even you have forgotten you possess. But I have not forgotten, because I know the gifts I planted in you, and one of them is the capacity to love again, to forgive again, to believe again. That is why today I invite you to make a choice. Not the choice to forget all that hurt you, but the choice to allow love to be greater than the pain. The choice to refuse to let pride speak louder than the desire to have your family back. The choice to trust that I am working even when your natural eyes cannot yet see the changes. This is your first victory, not giving up. This is the first bridge we start building together today. And as you listen to me, know this. I am already breathing life into what seemed dead. I am already sending signs of change, maybe small at first, almost imperceptible, but they are great in my eyes. Every small act of forgiveness, every effort to dialogue, every prayer whispered even through exhaustion, all of it is being used by me. You are not simply trying to restore a family. You are planting something eternal, something that will outlast generations. Breathe again. Allow this new hope to fill your chest. Do not look at the ruins as if they were the end. Look at them as the place where I am laying the foundations for a new story. You have not lost your family. You have not lost your home. What you have now is the opportunity to rewrite this story with me. And I promise you it will be more beautiful than anything you have ever imagined. I know, son, daughter. You learned to smile to hide your tears. You learned to say, I'm fine, when deep inside, your heart was breaking. I see how hard you fought to keep the peace, even when it felt like you were fighting alone. I see the efforts no one applauded, the patience you stretched beyond your limits, the faith you clung to, even when trembling inside. Do not think all of this went unnoticed. In my eyes, every small act of yours has immense value. I know the weight you carry when you close the bedroom door and fall apart. I know the harsh words that echoed in your mind, leaving wounds that never seem to heal. I know that sometimes you wonder if it is even worth trying anymore, if your home will ever again be a place of love, of shelter, of genuine laughter. And even when no one else seems to notice your silent efforts, I see them. I care. And today I come to lift the weight you were never meant to carry alone. I know there are silences in your home that scream louder than any argument. I know the averted eyes, the slammed doors, the words that choke before they are spoken because the fear of being hurt again is too great. I know each of these situations. I know the knot in your throat when you want to ask for forgiveness, but pride holds you back. I know the loneliness of sharing a physical space without sharing hearts, but I also know the power that is released when you allow me to work in these wounds. Nothing you feel is too small for me to care about. No pain is insignificant to my love. Every tear that fell in silence was gathered by me. Every prayer whispered with a trembling voice was heard. And even in the moments when you thought I was distant, I was right there beside you, waiting for the right time to act. I have never abandoned you, not even for a moment. I see how you try to be strong for everyone, as if you believe you do not have the right to be weak, as if carrying everything alone was your only option. But today I tell you, you can rest in me. You can lay down that heavy armor. Here, with me, you do not need to prove anything. You only need to be who you are. And allow me to be the one who restores what is broken, heals what is wounded, renews what has worn out over time. I know that sometimes living together has felt like a battlefield. I know there are nights when silence weighs like concrete. I know there are words you long to hear, but never came. I know there are gestures of love you hoped for but never received. And I do not minimize the pain that caused. I do not pretend it is easy. I do not ask you to simply forget or pretend nothing happened. I call you to something deeper, true healing, the kind that begins when you acknowledge the pain and place every part of it in my hands. You do not need to pretend to be strong. Before me, I know your innermost truth. I know the accumulated frustrations, the abandoned dreams, the stored-up hurts, and I love every part of you, even the parts you wish you could hide. I am not frightened by your weaknesses. On the contrary, it is in them that my strength is made perfect. It is in your wounds that my healing chooses to dwell. You have been holding so much inside just to avoid more conflicts. You have swallowed words to preserve what little peace remained, and I honor your effort. But today I say to you, you were not created to live canceling yourself out. You were created to love and to be loved, to give and to receive. And that is what I want to restore within you. The capacity to open your heart without fear, to trust again, to feel safe again within your own home, I know that sometimes you feel like a stranger within your own house, as if you were a guest, an intruder, someone who must measure every word to avoid worsening the atmosphere. I see the loneliness that dwells in your chest, even when there are voices around you. And today I have come to break down those walls, to show you that it is not necessary to live constantly on guard, that with my help it is possible to build a home where love is stronger than any misunderstanding. Son, daughter, you did not fail by trying to love. You did not fail because your home went through storms. Wherever there are people, there will be conflicts. What I desire is to teach you to walk through these storms together without losing each other along the way. I do not give up on families, and I will not give up on yours. I know there are days when everything seems so broken that it feels pointless even to try to piece it back together. But I remind you, I am a specialist in rebuilding stories. I make all things new. And what you see as ruins, I see as the beginning of something stronger, more beautiful, and more true. You do not need to carry guilt for what has already passed. You do not need to condemn yourself for the harsh words, the failures, or the moments when you also lost your way. Everyone carries wounds. Everyone makes mistakes. What matters is what you choose to do from here onwards. And today I offer you a new opportunity, a chance to start again with a clean heart, a clear mind, and a renewed spirit. I see those you love who now seem so distant. I know about the walls that have been built over time, the resentments kept hidden, the barriers silently raised. But know this, I am working in their hearts too, even if you cannot see it yet. Even if it feels impossible, my work always goes far beyond what human eyes can perceive. Trust me. Trust that I know exactly what each heart needs. Trust that I know the right time to act, the right word to say, the right gesture to melt away the barriers. It is not by force that walls fall. It is through the action of my patient, persistent, tireless love. You are not alone in this rebuilding. You are not the only one longing to see peace restored in your home. I long for it too, even more than you can imagine. And that is why I am here today, to assure you that your efforts will not be in vain, that your love will not be ignored, that soon you will see fruits where today you only see dry ground. Breathe. Allow hope to make its home in your heart once more. Allow the certainty of my love to flood even the deepest corners of your soul. You will see smiles where today there are only tears. You will see embraces where there is now distance. You will hear conversations where now there is only silence. Because I am in control, and I make all things new. I know there are moments when hope feels too weak to hold your heart steady. Moments when looking at your family is like gazing upon a dry, withered garden. But today I come to remind you, the hope I bring is not dependent on what you see. It is born from my promise, and my promise to you is simple and powerful. What is wounded will be healed. What is broken will be rebuilt. What seems dead will live again. I want you to know that no story is too small for me to care about, and no crisis is too great for me to act. I do not see your family as a lost cause. I see it as an opportunity to create something new, to transform hearts, to rewrite a story of love, respect, and mutual care. You may have grown used to believing that some relationships cannot be restored. But I tell you, nothing is impossible for me. Today I invite you to look at your home with new eyes, not as someone who has given up, but as someone who believes that seeds can bloom again even after a long winter. I know you have tried many times, and that weariness sometimes speaks louder. But try again, this time with me. Walk hand in hand with me, because I am an expert in bringing life where people only see destruction. It does not matter how long the silence has reigned or how much pride has built up between you. It does not matter who hurt more or who walked away first. What matters now is that I am offering you a fresh start, a new way, a new time. Where once there was hurt, I can plant understanding. Where once there were accusations, I can sow words of blessing. Where once there was distance, I can build bridges of true love. You do not need to understand everything right now. You do not need to know how every problem will be solved. I only ask that you let me lead the way. Give me not only your dreams, but also your disappointments. Do not be afraid to place into my hands that which you can no longer carry. I know exactly what to do with every broken piece. Trust that even when everything seems still, I am working. True restoration often begins silently, invisibly to the eyes, like a root growing deep beneath the ground before it ever bursts through the surface. Do not despise the small signs of change. A softer glance, a gentler word, a hesitant desire to talk. All of these are seeds I am planting in your hearts. I know that discouragement sometimes whispers that it is useless, that it will never change. But I remind you, discouragement is the enemy of families, because families that remain united are living testimonies of my love. And that is why I fight alongside you. That is why I will never give up on you or on your home. Even when you yourself feel tempted to give up, today I ask you, trade your fear for faith. Trade resentment for hope. Trade despair for the certainty that I am faithful to fulfill what I have promised. Do not place your faith in what you feel or see, but in what I have spoken. And I have spoken. Your family will be restored. Your home will be filled with peace. Your heart will smile once again. Do not worry about understanding every step today. The journey of restoration is walked day by day, gesture by gesture, prayer by prayer. I will guide you. I will teach you the right word, the right moment, the right attitude. You will not walk alone. And even on the days when it feels like you are going around in circles, trust, I am straightening your paths. Prepare your heart to start again, to open itself to love once more, even though you fear being hurt. Prepare yourself to hear what needs to be heard, to ask for forgiveness where it is needed, to extend your hand first, even when pride tells you not to. Because true love is built like this, through small acts of courage, sustained by my grace. You do not need to be perfect for restoration to happen. You only need to be sincere, willing, humble, and I will take care of the rest. I will be your strength on difficult days, your patience in tense conversations, your wisdom in moments of doubt. You only need to take the first step, and I will walk with you through every one that follows. Today is a new beginning. Today is the day when I renew your strength and breathe new life into your home. Believe that nothing you do out of love will be wasted. No prayer, no tear, no act of kindness will go unnoticed. Everything will be used by me to build something greater than you can imagine. Do not give up on love. Do not give up on hope. Do not give up on trying. Because whoever walks with me never walks in vain. I already know the ending of your story, and I assure you it will be far more beautiful than what your tired eyes can yet see. So rise. Lift your head. Take a deep breath. Receive the hope I am giving you today. It is not fragile. It is not an illusion. It is alive, strong, and it flows straight from my heart to yours. With this hope you will be able to accomplish what once seemed impossible, to restore what once seemed destroyed, to love where love seemed to have died. Son, daughter, I am already at work, and at the right time you will see. You will see with your own eyes the miracle of reconciliation. You will see smiles replacing tears. You will see hugs replacing accusations. You will see peace dwelling where today there is fear. All because you chose to believe, because you chose to walk with me, and those who walk with me walk towards life. Son, daughter, now that you have allowed hope to be reborn in your heart, I want to teach you the first step, a simple yet powerful step, something that does not depend on others nor on the response you receive. It depends only on you and on your decision to love as I love you. The first step is forgiveness. Not a forgiveness based on who deserves it, but a forgiveness born from freedom, from the decision to no longer carry the weight of hurt, pain, and resentment. I know there are deep wounds, words that cut deep, absences that ached, betrayals that left scars. I do not minimize your pain. I acknowledge it. I welcome it. But today I ask you to set your heart free, not by forgetting what happened, but by allowing love to speak louder than hurt. Forgiveness is not forgetting. Forgiveness is letting go of the chains that bind you to the past. It is making space for me to enter and transform suffering into healing. You can start forgiving silently. You can start by placing each painful memory into my hands, each hidden wound, each frustrated expectation. Let me wash those wounds. Let me turn those tears into seeds of reconciliation. Forgiveness is not a feeling, it is a choice. And it is this choice that opens the way for peace to return to your home. Then, I want to teach you another gesture. Listening. Listening without interrupting. Listening without preparing your answer beforehand. Listening without defenses or weapons. Often what a home lacks is not words, but listening. Many hearts cry out for attention and find only silence or judgment. Today I ask you, be present to listen. Listen not only to the words spoken, but to what is said through gestures, through silences, through tired eyes. True listening is an act of love. When you truly listen to someone, you are saying, "You matter to me. I want to understand what is happening in your heart." And when you listen with love, you open a door for the other to begin listening to your heart as well. I will be with you in every conversation. I will give you the patience to endure difficult words and the wisdom to welcome even the uncomfortable silences. And if today all you have is faith the size of a mustard seed, know that it is enough. Because it is not the size of your faith that brings about miracles. It is the power of my love working through your faith. Even if it's small, even if it's fragile. Keep trusting. Keep loving. Keep walking with me even when your eyes are filled with tears. I am taking care of the details. I am moving where you cannot move. I am touching where you cannot reach. And, at the right time, the time that is perfect in my eyes, you will see what I have prepared. You will see your family reunited. You will witness genuine embraces. You will see tears of reconciliation replacing the tears of sorrow. You will see my promise fulfilled. Because I am faithful, and my love is stronger than any crisis, more enduring than any separation, deeper than any rejection. Your family is precious to me. Your efforts are not in vain. Your perseverance is being honored. Breathe, my child. Rest in me. Trust. Walk one day at a time. Love one act at a time. And I will be with you every step of the way. Fighting with you. Fighting for you. Until your home once again becomes a place of peace, of love and of true presence. Until your house once more feels like a little corner of heaven. My child, now that you know I am fighting alongside you, I want you to hold an even deeper certainty in your heart. You have been called to be a builder of peace within your home. Perhaps you don't feel strong enough. Perhaps you believe you have made too many mistakes, failed too many times, or wasted too much time. But I say to you, in my eyes, you are exactly who I have chosen for this new beginning. Do not look at your limitations with fear. Look at them with faith. Because where you feel small, I am great. Where you feel weak, I am your strength. And where you see only broken pieces, I see the makings of a story of redemption. You have been chosen to be a light within your home. And even if that light seems small at first, it is enough to drive away the darkness. Today, I renew within you the courage to love without fear, the strength to forgive without expecting anything in return, the patience to sow even when the soil seems hard, and the hope to keep believing, even when your weary eyes cannot see immediate changes. You are stronger than you realize because I am within you. Do not be discouraged if the answers don't come as quickly as you hope. Not everything happens instantly. Some victories are built quietly, through simple days and small gestures. Gestures that, in my eyes, have eternal value. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to persevere. True restoration is not the work of those who never fail, but of those who always choose to love. Embrace today. Every new day is a chance I give you to love better, to listen with more patience to forgive with greater ease. Do not be trapped by what didn't work yesterday. Do not cling to the painful memories of the past. I am making all things new, and all things new start now in the present I place in your hands. I know there will be days of pain. I know there will be days when you feel like giving up. But on those days, remember, I am with you, to sustain you, to lift you up, to renew your faith. You do not need to be strong all the time. You only need to remember that even in your weakest moments, I will never leave you. I never have, and I never will. Trust that your acts of love will not be wasted. Trust that your prayers do not fall into an empty void. Trust that even when everything seems silent, I am at work. I am touching hearts. I am opening paths. You will see the fruits of peace, fruits of reconciliation, fruits of a love that matured through the storms and blossomed in hope. I am planting within you a love that does not wither under storms, a love that grows even in difficult ground, a love that overcomes pride, rises above disappointments, and endures through crises. This love is the seed that will transform the atmosphere of your home. This love is the bridge that will reconnect hearts that today seem so far apart. My child, do not grow weary in doing good. Do not grow tired of being the calm voice amidst the confusion. Do not give up being the comforting presence, the supportive hand, the smile that rekindles hope. Because at the right time, you will see that every bit of effort was worth it. You will see that every tear shed in prayer was turned into a harvest of blessings. And when the day of reconciliation comes, you will understand that no step was too small, that no act of love was insignificant, that every movement of love, no matter how tiny it seemed, was used by me to build something far greater than your eyes could ever have imagined. You will see that your home was not rebuilt through force, but through the perseverance of love. So today, I send you forth with my blessing, with my peace, with my assurance that you do not walk alone. I breathe new life into you. I awaken the faith that once felt dormant. I place in your hands the invisible tools that will change the atmosphere of your home: forgiveness, listening, presence, patience, and above all, love. Go without fear. Go knowing that every step you take in love, I multiply your seeds. Go, believing that even in the silent days I am carefully writing your story, with grace, with tenderness, and with purpose. Go trusting that behind every challenge a miracle is being prepared, and when the restoration is complete, because it will be, you will look back and see that I was present in every detail. You will realize that no prayer was wasted, that no tear was forgotten, that no act of faith went unnoticed. You will see that it was all worth it, that loving was worth it, that not giving up was worth it. Today, my child, I send you as a builder of peace, as a sower of hope, as a living witness that love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. And wherever true love abides, there I am. And where I am, miracles happen, deep transformations happen, reconciliations that once seemed impossible become reality. So go, persevere, keep planting love where there is hurt, keep planting peace where there is conflict, keep planting presence where there is absence, keep shining your light, even if it still seems small, because in my perfect timing you will see that light illuminate your entire home, and I will be smiling beside you, celebrating with you every embrace rekindled, every tear of joy, every morning where love triumphs over pain. I will be with you until the final chapter of this story, and together we will write a new one, the story of your family's restoration,